Nostalgia is a funny thing. It means different things to different people. So, because it's all dependent on your experiences. I was listening to a podcast called No Instructions. It's just two guys, two dads, who like to make things, who are geeks in a sense of the word. But they're also all about their family, and so I connected that in a decent way. And the thing about it, well, they were talking about nostalgia, and so the thing about nostalgia is, if you experience something a certain way, then your nostalgia is different than somebody else's. So to say that you want to go back to a certain time period and experience life in that time period again is different for you than it might be for somebody 10, 20, 30 years older than you. Because, like, my experience in the 90s, you know, I was from the ages of birth through 10 in the 90s. And I wasn't privy to all of the social things that were going on and all of the economic things that were going on and political things, you know. So I remember the 90s as this time when I was a kid, you know, really enjoying life, just being young and playing and being goofy. Whereas adults at the time period might not remember it that way because there were things that were happening in the world that they understood. Wow, kid. That I didn't. So they might not be as nostalgic for it as I am. You know, the simple life aspect of it. But it led me to question, like, okay, what will people... Because there are some things that people connect to. You know, everybody thinks of it the same way. Like, classic Disney movies. People are like, okay, yeah, I understand what a classic Disney movie is. It's not computer animated, it's hand-drawn. Examples of that things. Or, you know, toys. Toys that were actually made and played with. Plastic pieces, metal pieces, whatever it was. You don't have as much of that anymore. Kids aren't playing with toys anymore. So it led me to ask, what will people be nostalgic for in 40 years? You know? What will people want to go back to? What will be the thing that we remember or want to have in our lives again? And how will we... Well, basically, how will we remember life now, 40 years from now? What'll be the thing that everybody's like, yeah, that was really nice, you know, the 2010s or the 2020s were all about this. So leave me something down in the comments below. Tell me, what are some things that are happening now that people will be nostalgic for 40 years from now? I'll see you tomorrow.